Welcome to the RetroBro Live Show. Rather you consider him a known troll or your favorite show, RetroBro is here to talk games, slam protein shakes, and maybe hurt a few feelings along the way. Don't forget to sub and stay active in the chat. Now without further delay, here is the RetroBro.
What is up, guys? John the RetroBro here, and I'm back again with my faithful co-host, Kamikaze Soundwaves. We're back with episode 11. We've been doing this for 11 episodes now, man. It's pretty crazy. We missed a couple here and there. Went bi-weekly on the last few. We were playing fucking Destiny last week. So, how you been, man?
Good, man. Same old, same old. And with the Destiny 2, man, rightfully so. If you're not playing, fucking shame on you. But no, yeah, man. Good, man. Good, man. Same old, same old.
I didn't want to give the show up 2 weeks in a row, but I did highly consider it because I had a football game tonight because I coach football, and I've had a cold for like the last 4 days, man. And I was like, nah, we gotta do the show. We gotta do it. So here we are, and yeah, man, this cold's kind of been killing me, dude. You ever get to the point where you have a cold and you can just take medicine and it doesn't help? And I got to this point the other day. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I should just get drunk. Just get shit-faced drunk.
And then you end up, what happens, you're just drunk and sick.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I would just feel worse the next day.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
it would numb the drunkenness would numb the sickness because it's a head cold. It would numb that part of it.
Yeah.
For the first, few hours, to the point where I'd, be kind of happy. But I considered it, and I'm like, nah, because tomorrow I'm still going to be sick, and then I'm going to be hungover on top of it. So it crossed my mind, man. Like,
yeah, I've been there, man. I'm like, dude, you know what? Fucking, I'm just gonna get fucking slashed and just hammered, and then it all ends up like, I'm still sick, but I'm drunk on top of it. And it kind of helps for like that brief period, yeah. But like the next day, you just like want to kill yourself. Yeah, I've been there,
dude. Before I had kids, and I would get sick when I was single, or when I was living with my wife, who was my living girlfriend at the time. I used to just drink Jaeger, and if I had a cold, I would just drink a bottle of Jaeger, dude.
Oh, Jaeger's a remedy to anything, dude.
And that shit worked, man. It would if I was coughing, I would drink that. I'd stop coughing. I'd be good, for a little bit. I'd eventually feel like hell, but it worked for the most part. So,
man, I love me some fucking. I didn't know you like Jaeger, man. I fucking love Jaeger.
Oh, dude,
I love Jaeger.
Oh yeah, Jaeger. Man. Another one I can do is Rumplemints. Have you ever had Rumplemints?
I have not had that one. What is that?
It's like think Jaeger, but like just over the top minty.
Okay.
So it's like Jaeger times 10. The only way to drink it's got to be ice cold.
Oh, that's only I drink Jaeger, man, and I drink it, and I drink it in the most cliched way, man. I drink it with Red Bull.
Okay, yeah, it's not bad. I got real messed up one time drinking Jaeger and Red Bulls. Like that's all I drank for like all night. It messed me up. Messed me up, man.
That's a bad decision in a glass, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine if you're gonna have like one or two.
Oh, you can't have one or two of a Jaeger bomb, dude. If you're drinking Jaeger bombs, you better be off the next day. And you know what? You better have a lot of fucking like money in your wallet to order some pizza because you're gonna be fucking feeling it. Yeah, man. Jaeger bombs, man. I tell you, man. If I ever go to the bar, which is like fucking never. But if I ever do, the first thing I'll order is a fucking Jack and Coke and a Jaeger bomb on the side, man. I'll double fist that shit.
Yeah, I can't do much Jack anymore.
Oh man, it's all on. Well, I love me my bourbon.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course, the bourbon, man. So, news, man. So aside from us getting drunk.
Hey, hold on. I got one of the most important news announcements of all time. All right.
Okay.
All right. I got a new fucking chair. How about that shit? Yeah, man, new fucking chair.
Man.
I was gonna do like an unboxing video of my chair, like not an unboxing because I got it from like Goodwill for like $15, and do like a side by side comparison. But like they're both from Goodwill, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Are they the same chair?
No. This one's like super nice, dude. Like man, it's like suede and shit. It's got suede arm things. Like, I mean, it was really surprising that they were selling like for $15 at Goodwill, but whatever. Super fucking comfortable. It's got a headrest and all that shit. I mean, I always stop in Goodwill like once a week. I'm not a hoarder or anything, but like I just stop by. You never know what you can find in that place, man.
Oh yeah.
Games, et cetera, and I always stop in the Goodwill at least once a week, just walk around. Most of the time I leave empty-handed, but I walked by, there was a fucking chair, and I was like, yeah, that's mine. And I sat in it, I was like, and I sit back and it didn't squeak. I was like, fucking bonus for me, bro. so I picked it up, man. And then, but the bad news is I gave my old chair to my daughter, and now she can't fucking, like, she just sits in it and does her homework, and all fucking day now in the living room is
see now you're getting a taste of my medicine. Right? You're getting a taste of your own medicine. You know what I had to sit through for the last 10 episodes of your squeaking ass chair. Jeez.
So true, man. So fucking true.
Fucking outrage and a half, man. That thing was ridiculous. Well, I'm glad you got a new one, man.
Yeah, I was gonna save up and get one of those fucking what do you call them? The fucking the Racer DX things. I still want one. Don't get me wrong, I still want one, but I don't want it fucking $350 bad, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait for my kids to be a little bit older, because right now I'm sitting downstairs in my dining room, and I'm sitting at my dining room table. I have everything hooked up. It's a mess, but I would like to, like, up in my loft where my computer is, I'd love to have like a nice little PC setup up there to where I could kind of do everything. And, you know, my youngest is only a year and a half, so I gotta be like super quiet when I go up there.
Oh yeah, man, you got some time. My youngest is 4, man. He's not in school yet. He missed pre-K, but he'll go to kindergarten next year. And I'm like, shit, all I gotta do after that is get him a fucking job, and we're good to go.
Yeah. So I asked my wife the other day. I said, you know, hey, in 4 years when this one goes to school, what are you gonna do? She's like, I'm gonna get a job. 'Cause she doesn't work right now. She stays at home. The kids, which is nice. But yeah, man, the SNES Mini has arrived. It is here.
Yeah.
And I know your boy JRPG, our boy JRPG Gaming got one. So I know you guys streamed. Well, you guys streamed last night, didn't you?
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
Well, I was so back a couple months ago. Spencer from the Itch Network. Every now and then he'll come over and we'll do like a couch co-op retro night. He literally lives like down the block from me. So every now and then he'll come over. We'll do a retro night. We haven't done it in a while because I've been busy. But we were just talking the last one we did, and he was over. I'm like, dude, let's go check out Walmart the night it comes out, and if we can get one, we'll flip them. So I messaged him last night. It was like probably 8:30, and he goes, I was like, hey, man, out of curiosity, I know we talked about it. Are you going over to Walmart? He's like, oh, I forgot. I'm going to call Walmart. I'll get right back to you. He calls Walmart. He goes, dude, he's like, they got 30 and there's 13 people in line. And like 8:30, by this time, like my kids are ready to go to bed. And it's like usually when I sit down with the wife, we watch some TV, we relax. And I kind of drop the hint like, hey, Spencer's going to do this thing. We can make some money. And she just kind of laughed, like didn't give me like, you know, if she would have been like, yeah, you should go, I would have been like, all right, see you later, you know. But she, but she didn't do that. She just kind of was like, and chuckled. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to leave that as it is. So then he messages me back. He's like, dude, I'm getting ready to go. You want me to pick you up? And I'm like, fuck, man, it's 8:30. I'm going to sit there for 3.5 hours. I was like, dude, that's too long. I can't do that. I don't care that much about $150. Like, I'll find another way to make it. Ironically, I sold a pie that night, so it was all worth it. But yeah, man, it seemed like for the most part, if you wanted one yesterday, you had to sit and wait. He didn't get one, by the way. He got there and he's like, dude, it's just a total fiasco, shit show. He's like, I'm leaving. This is not worth it. So apparently the only way to get these yesterday was if you had waited in line for any period of time. But I mean, the good news is, I guess stores are getting, you know, 30 plus units, and supposedly they're going to be shipping more of them. So what's up, Black Metal Gamer? I don't know, your thoughts. I know the old saying goes, I just don't care, but the old SNES Mini is here. So
I mean, I'm glad that people are able to get one if they want one. I mean, good on you. I mean, fantastic. I'm happy for you, man. I mean, even if someone like knocked on my door like, and just dropped it off and was like, hey man, you can have this, I'd probably still I'd do what I said I was going to do before if I ever came across one. I'd fucking I'd fucking T-ball that shit and fucking just make a video about me breaking the fuck out of it just for fun. But no, me and JRPG talked about, like, JRPG actually put out a video. Like, he very rarely puts out content or anything like that, but he put a video like of him hunting it down, like going get it and standing in line, and like it seemed like a bunch of tame people just hanging out at Walmart, picking up one. It didn't seem like a fiasco or a no problems or anything like that. I mean, everybody just came in casually, got it. It wasn't like fucking riots in the street. It was just straightforward picking up an SNES Mini. So
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all. That's all.
Well, alluding to what you said, it's nice that people, because I know there are people who like legitimately want one, like our friend JRPG Gaming and a few other people I know. Like, they don't want a pie. It's cool if that's what they want. It is what it is. I'm glad that Nintendo seems to be putting enough out here so those people who really do want one are getting one. Because I mean, let's be honest. Last time with the NES Mini, it was fucked up because there were people who like legitimately wanted one, or they wanted to buy one for their kid, and they weren't getting one.
Yeah.
I mean, those went strictly to scalpers, resellers, hoarder collectors, whatever you want to call them. But it's nice, like, the casual gamer can get one this time. What's up, Born Distracted? Born Distracted says he hopes to get it Sunday. So, yeah, keep us updated, man. Let us know if you do get one. Black Metal Gamer says nobody in line is hyping what games to play. People are reported hyping to resell. Reseller to gamers wanting to game is far unbalanced. May depend on the city or state for real gamers. That's the thing. Like, I'm seeing SNES minis on eBay for like 150, which isn't crazy considering we saw NES minis going for 500. But yet still, I look up the sold listings on eBay and they're selling for like over 150 bucks, and I'm thinking, you people want to bitch about the scalpers. Why don't you stop giving them your money?
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. That's the only reason why these scalpers exist, is because you're fucking paying them. Yeah.
Agreed.
It's ridiculous.
Hey man, I got you. I think I might got you a few more customers, bro. Two buddies that I work with. I don't know how this fucking conversation came up, but it came up about the SNES Mini. He was like, "Hey man, you heard about this SNES Mini? Like, these are like, like I said, I don't conversate about games and shit like that at work.
Yeah,
and
I'm the same.
I usually don't. I don't have time to, but I guess it's in the news and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, what the fuck are you retarded? Like, do you know about a Raspberry Pi? He's like, what's a Raspberry Pi? Dude, I went off on a fucking tangent, like for like fucking 10 minutes. I was like, dude, you don't fucking understand. You get this. And he was like, what? He's like, are you fucking serious? I was like, yeah, man, I know a fucking dude, man. He'll hook you up, bro. And so, man, I'm gonna send him your way, man. And he came back to me like, you're just making conversation at work, and sometimes it's like you're just making conversation to make conversation. But I knew it stuck because he came back to me like 3 hours. He's like, so it's a Raspberry Pi, right? Like, that's all this. I was like, okay, so I guess I hit a chord with him, and he was like, yeah, dude, like I'm not fabricating the story at all, bro. Like, this is legitimate. Like, what I'm telling you is real shit. Like, it does all this stuff. So I'm gonna send them your way, man. So hopefully they might pick up a couple from you if you still got them.
JRPG Gaming thinks you're funny. You get this. Well, and that's the thing, man. Like, so I started to dabble in the Raspberry Pi back like the beginning of the year, and then like I was like, this thing's amazing. I started talking to my friends about it. It's like, I don't know, it's like the CrossFit of retro gaming. Like, you got to talk about it once you have one. Like, if you do it, you got to talk about it, and we're better than you, and we know it. The old White Goodman, the old White Goodman line, but it really is cool, man. Like, a lot of the disdain I get from people who don't like the Retro Pi literally have just never played one. Like, I mean, I guarantee you, if I put a SNES Mini in a box and covered it up and gave you a controller, and I put a Raspberry Pi in a box and gave you a controller and plugged them both into a modern TV, you would not know the difference.
Oh, take the Pepsi challenge?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pepsi challenge that shit. But I get it. There are some people who just want the Nintendo product, and I'm fine with that. If that's the way you want to spend your money, then hey, more power to you. But if you want to actually play hundreds of games and not be limited to 27 or whatever it is, buy a Raspberry Pi. You don't have to buy it from me. I'll show you how to do it for free if you want it. So, but
no, on the real, I'm serious though. I think I got you two people, man. I mean, I was really, like I said, you just cut the bullshit at work, but like I knew these guys were like really like heeded my words when I was done talking. And they came back to me. They're like, "Hey man, so like, who's your boy? Like, where do I get one of those from?" And they were like really really super interested in it. And I was like, "Okay, cool." But no, it's good to know like people out there like don't really care about the whole mainstream shit, and like all that really what it boils down to is playing the fucking games.
Hey, and some people just want to play Mario Brothers, man. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and that's true. But these are like two people like I never took for like they're not gamers in any way, sense of the form. Like I think like these people like that work. I don't want to sound like that guy, but like they work for me. So you know what I mean. Like I guess they were like just cutting the shit or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But for him to like literally come back to me and be like, "Oh shit, man, I need like what the fuck you're like, I need that shit in my life, man. Are you serious? Like what you said is like legitimate, like all this shit." And one time, I'm like, yeah, and I broke it down like about the controller and like how easy it is for setup. And I mean, it was a full on like review in person, and he was like, I could tell like I struck a chord with these people, man. It was pretty cool.
No doubt, man. Born Distracted said, but the pie doesn't feel collectible. Yeah, there is a certain.
But I mean, if that's what you're going for, like, I mean, so be it. But I don't think that's not the same realm. Like, I mean, it may be like in the same ballpark, but it's not the same sport. Like, you guys have like this one city with this one fucking coliseum, but you guys have to trade off. It's the same sport maybe, but it's definitely the same. It's the same. It's the same thing, but it's not the same thing.
Well, and another thing about the pie is like if you're any sort of like tinkerer or PC, like somebody who likes to tinker with PCs, it's a fun hobby, man. To see the different types of things you can do with it, different types of games you could put on it. Like sometimes it's a challenge to get shit like MAME working, like, but once you figure it out, you feel like yes, success, I've done it. Me have made fire, have made MAME working on my pie.
I feel you, yeah.
JRPG Gaming says, thoughts on the Wii Shop channel ending in 2019. It's about time since we started in 2006. It's already been hacked, JRPG Gaming. They hacked it 2 days before it came out. Just FYI. So it's been hacked, and Star Fox 2, the ROM that's on there, has already been dumped. In fact, it was dumped yesterday. If anybody wants it, I'll send you the ROM. I have it on my computer right now.
I cry no tears.
Yeah.
I do say that I do want to play. I do kind of want to play that Star Fox 2, but I just want to play it like just to experience it for like 5 minutes, and I'd probably be done with it.
I've got it. They already dumped the ROM. It was leaked yesterday. They uploaded it and put it on the internet. I can actually. I'll send it to you right now, dude.
Yeah, I saw that happened, but still, like I know my personality. I'm like, you know yourself better than anything else. Like I know, like I'd probably be like, oh shit, Star Fox 2. Yeah, I'm fucking done with this.
Yeah, this was good for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Where's Destiny 2?
Yeah, exactly. Where's my? I need to level up my Warlock. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man. So anything else on the SNES Mini before we move on? It's 16 minutes of that we talk about. So.
Nah, I mean, I got nothing else on it. You already know my stance. I don't care.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Okay, and we can end it with this or continue with this, but I'll end it with this. If I happen to stroll through Walmart doing my grocery shopping and there's one sitting on the shelf, I'll probably pick it up. But to go out of my way for any aspect of it, absolutely not. But if it's sitting there on the shelf, I might buy it, and I won't use it. I might plug it up, fucking around with it for like maybe 30 or 45 minutes, and then that'll be that. And then I'll put it on my shelf as like a statue or a trinket or something like that. Other than that, then I'm done with it.
Dude, I would do the same thing. However, the only reason why I want one is to do a comparison video on YouTube between the Pi and the SNES Mini. That'd be the only, and then I'd probably just package it up and return it or sell it on.
Man, that could go either way. That could go like insanely positive or insanely negative.
Oh yeah, it would be fine.
But who cares about that shit? But what I'm saying is
emulation's emulation.
Right. But that could be like, oh, you showing people the light, or you're like, you're the devil. It could go either way on that shit.
I'm already the devil compared. to some people on here. So.
The fucking what's that movie with Nicolas Cage where he's like the arms dealer or some shit like that?
Oh yeah. Oh
the war something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. It's on the tip of my tongue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who you are, bro. You're Nicolas Cage.
Well, my receding hairline is just as bad as his, so I got something in common with the guy. All right, Cuphead. Cuphead came out today for the Xbox. And I was a little on the fence about this game initially. I know Black Metal Gamer has it. I hope he's still in the chat so he can maybe shed some light on it. But apparently this thing's getting rave reviews. It's getting compared to Contra. I know Black Metal Gamer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Because initially I was like, I'm looking at this game. I'm like, it looks okay. You know, it's okay. But I mean, the Contra comparison has been in many reviews at this point. I think it's scoring like a 8.59 right now.
Shit.
So
really?
Yeah, man, I might have to drop 20 on this thing. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. Honestly, I thought it was a game that was going to suffer from overhype. Like it was all hyped up to, it was so hyped. Like I thought it was going to be so hyped that there was going to be no way it could live up to the hype. But it is. Apparently it is. And it's nice to have a game on Microsoft do it so well. I mean, I don't think it's a system seller. It's a $20 retro game or indie game you can buy, and it's also available on Steam. So if you don't have an Xbox, you can get it on Steam. But yeah, man, your thoughts?
I haven't seen any gameplay. I saw like I guess gameplay like when it was like kind of like announced and they were kind of like showing off what it was supposed to be. It had like the grainy visuals and like old school like 1930, 40 cartoons type thing. But for it to be getting scores like that, I mean, maybe Microsoft's like, fuck it, man. This is all we got. Maybe we need to pay some people to like put a nice spin on this shit. But you know how the media goes, man. They could just like say it's a great game, and even though it's not a great game, but in your head you're thinking it's a great game as you're playing it, like you think it's a great game. I don't know if that's way too much fucking convoluted shit that I'm saying, but maybe it's not really what it's hyped up to be. Maybe there's a little couple dollars stuffed in people's pockets to make it sound amazing. Could be wrong. Just a crazy theory that just came up with my head. This is literally just as of right now. I haven't followed that game in any way, shape, or fashion. I knew it existed, but still, at the same time, I was like an indie game with fucking whatever. Nothing. It had nothing to do with me. Was not really on my radar. I knew it existed, but other than that, that's as far as it went for me.
Well, I'm a big platformer fan. Like that was like my go-to game style back in like the 16-bit era. Like I loved platformers. Just I mean, that was like the game back then.
Right.
It was either that or like JRPGs, which I hated. So generally these types of games, sorry, like I said, I'm sick. Like I said, these types of games generally I like, but I'm still always kind of on the fence because there are so many bad ones. And then, like I said, I was a little worried about the hype, but I might actually just jump on this one. Black Metal Gamer says it plays like a mix of Mario meets Disney 90s era platformer with Contra and slight Mega Man gunplay. Looks so good and stylish, well worth $20. Born Distracted's being a smartass. Can you play Cuphead on the Pi? No, sir. That would be amazing if you could. Black Metal Gamer says so far it's Microsoft's exclusive game of the year for me. They didn't really put much out this year, though. What came out from Microsoft this year?
Fucking Forza is about the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Forza didn't come out this year, did it?
The Forza 7's coming out very shortly.
Okay.
So that would be in this year. If you want to, speak about the year. Gears of War 4.
No, that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
I bought that on Black Friday.
Shit, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't even know. I can't think of anything.
Well, here's the thing about me. I'm not. I don't
Halo
even check
Wars
for
2
my.
came out. That's right.
Oh, who gives a fuck about that? Well, for me, I mean, maybe somebody found it important, but not me.
The one person out there who likes playing, what's that type of game called?
Real-time strategy games?
Yeah, RTS. The one person who likes playing RTS on console got excited about that game.
I didn't like the first Halo Wars, man. I didn't like it enough to ever justify. And I'm a huge Halo fan. I love the lore. I love the story. I love everything about Halo. But like Halo Wars, I nothing for me. Nothing.
Have you ever played RTS games on a PC?
No, and that's another thing. Like I've heard that I'm crazy for not doing so.
Dude. So, like back in the day, like probably I would say the mid to late 90s. And then early 2000s, I was hardcore in the like Age of Empires and then Command and Conquer and StarCraft. Like those were the only PC games I played for literally a couple years.
Command and Conquer, I've heard, is fucking fantastic.
Dude, Command and Conquer General 0 Hour, which was like the expansion, you could like fight against the Taliban and the Chinese, and you could just like build this massive base and just nuke the fuck out of each other. It was awesome, dude. I played that game for like probably a year. That might have been the only game I played. Probably back in like 2005. That was like all I played. And it was an old game at that point. But there was still an online presence with it. You could still go online with it. But yeah, once doing that and then seeing like an RTS on console, I'm like, I can't do that. I mean, I know you could get the game on. I think you can get it on the Windows Store. Play it on PC. But that'd be the only way I'd play it.
Yeah. I mean, Halo Wars wasn't like a terrible idea. Like I think there was a lot of thought gone into it, and it was probably good. But like, that's just not my type of game. Maybe if I found like that realm of game that I wanted to get into, like maybe fair enough. But that is not my type of game. Like I'm all about like FPSs. That's like one of my favorite genres, hands down. Some other games that I love here and there, like if it's good, it's good. It doesn't really matter the genre. I'll find the beauty in it in some way or shape or form. But this real-time strategy thing, like it just that one specifically was, I think, was maybe, and honestly, maybe one of the first ones I ever tried. And I played it, and don't get me wrong, I played it, I beat it, but still, I was like, it does not justify a 2 to me, and especially at $60. Maybe if it was like $10 or $8, I might try it out just because I love Halo so much. But I'll be fair and I'll be honest, like when Halo has escaped the way of like not introducing the flood, which is like my favorite aspect of the game, I find that flood so fucking interesting. And there's no flood in it. Like, no, I'm good. I'm done. I thought the flood as an enemy, the interesting lore about them, the story behind it, and how just creative, et cetera, et cetera. But no flood. It's like it's not. It kind of takes away about the biggest aspect of Halo that was to me. I love the flood.
Yeah. I remember them showing that trailer for Halo Wars 2, and I got all excited, and then they said it was Halo Wars. I'm like, God damn it. Fuck.
That's what they do.
Oh, it's Halo. Never mind. I don't care anymore. Oh, mm-hmm. Oh, that was a cool trailer. Oh, it's Halo Wars 2. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm glad it's getting good reviews, and I'm excited. It might be one I'm gonna buy sooner than later because it's gonna be $20 for a while, anyways. It's one of those digital games that probably won't go on sale for a while. Maybe around the holidays we might see it come down like a couple bucks. But
I don't know about you, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I don't know about you, but like right now, like I'm so I see things coming out, and I'm like I don't give a fuck. And
it's that Destiny lore, man.
Yeah, dude, like Destiny is like grip me by the balls, like with a tight grip, and it won't let go. Like even though like I try to shake off, like hey man, I see this game, like it just grips hard. It just grips me a little bit harder, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, Destiny. It's literally got me, man. It's got me by the fucking balls.
It's like when Spencer said like he was gonna go to Walmart and wait. I'm like, that's 3.5 hours. I'm like, I could do a lot of fucking public events.
Hey, exactly.
That's like a solid 15 heroics and like a good 5 strikes, man. That's a lot of legendary engrams, man.
I know, like it's weird. It's so bad. Like, look, man. Like, I mean. It's like an addiction, dude. I tell you, it's like, man, it's like I could cook dinner for the family, or I could just throw a pizza or two in the oven for an hour and a half. Okay, I gotta be a fucking daddy and make dinner. Fuck. There's so many implications, man. It's so weird. Like I base my whole life, and it's crazy in that aspect. Like I base my life around this game. Like, all right, I'm off Tuesday. Fuck it. All right, Tuesday, I'm going to take the kids to the bus stop, get them good, and then as soon as they're down at the bus stop and they're off to school, I'm fucking jogging back to the house, and I'm fucking jumping on this game, and before they get home, I have like 6.5 hours. Literally everything I'm basing around everything about fucking leveling up. It's just ruining my life.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you told me about that Midas tool or whatever, and I'm like, because I was looking into it, I'm like, all right, what do I actually have to do? So I'm at work, so I have a smartphone for work. And like I'm supposed to do all like my reports on it and everything and all business stuff. So like I'll go on there and I'll open the app for work and then I'll click on it and then I'll wait for it to load. And as it's loading, I'm thinking, check and see where Zer's at. Right? So I pull that app while it's loading, and then like 45 minutes later, like I've checked where Zer's at. I planned out which legendary equipment I'm gonna get. Which strikes I'm going to do, which milestones I'm going to update when I get home. And it's like, oh, fuck, I'm supposed to be working right now. And yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, we could go on forever about that shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, did you check out Zer today, by the way?
No, I didn't. I've been gone, dude.
Okay, yeah. I have to work tomorrow, but man, I get home. I have like a kind of a short day tomorrow. But as soon as I fucking walk in that door, like my fucking suit and tie is being hung up, and I'm literally like jogging to my fucking office, jumping on this pitch and buying whatever the fuck I can. Yeah.
Cyber asked me if I'm getting sick. Yeah, I am sick, dude. I've had a cold since Wednesday. So Wednesday I felt like someone hit me in the face with a baseball bat, dude. So. Speaking of Microsoft, man, Phil Spencer got a promotion. Did you see this?
No, I don't really follow. Like, I know who he is, but like honestly, if you really ask me, like, dive into it, like stuff like, I mean, I know he's whatever, but like, I don't follow any of that type of stuff, man.
So previously, Phil Spencer. Yeah, thanks, Xander. Yeah, I sound. Oh, forget you're gonna say sound stuffy. Yeah. Sorry, there's no way around it. I can't help it. Previously, Phil Spencer was just kind of the head of Xbox, and he had a guy who he reported to, and that guy sat on the board and then would relay whatever Phil said to the CEO, Satya Nadella, whatever the fuck his name is. And, well, now, apparently, he got a promotion, and Phil Spencer is the... what I just had it here. He's the executive vice president of gaming, and now, instead of having that middleman, he reports directly to the CEO. And the vice president of gaming sits on the board. It reports directly to the CEO. And so now he's in charge of essentially all the gaming when it comes to Microsoft, not just Xbox. So my initial thought was when hearing this is like, okay, number one, I mean, as an Xbox fan, I feel like Phil has kind of the ear of the fan base. You know what I mean? Like, he seems to be one of those CEOs that actually maybe kind of cares about what the fans have to say. Because we've seen instances to where, you know, his responses on Twitter to things, or the way he's done things with taking over after that old dude left, and kind of listening to the fans a little bit and moving more in the more consumer-friendly way of things. But for me personally, I think this is going to be a good thing. Maybe we'll see some of these older IPs resurface that we've seen, like with 360 and the original Xbox. Because Phil did say at some point they're going to have like within 2 to 3 years, they're going to have some, like, a plethora of first party titles. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's great. I mean, if they're trying to bring back the first party shit, I mean, whatever. Here's my thing. Like, I'm not an Xbox fanboy anymore. Okay, I was for a long, long, long time.
Well, you're fucking dead to me then. All right.
Look, here's the thing, dude. Like, I still love Xbox.
No, I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
I do. It holds a deep place in my heart and my soul. Okay, original Xbox and playing Halo and all that shit. But it's like, it's so hard to justify that shit anymore. With like, when you try to justify it with like Halo 5. When you try to justify it with just, I mean, Gears of War 4 is great, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's by the numbers, the exact same fucking game it was before. It's like, there's nothing new here. And the powerhouse they were, I mean, I still think they can be that powerhouse tomorrow. I mean, if they really wanted to, but honestly, I think they're just so focused on, you know, cross-platforming and, you know, just, you know, trying to get the best of both worlds where they can't just focus on one thing because they, you know, like Sony has like their one thing, like that's it, like it's PS4 and the Vita or whatever. The Vita is not really relevant or et cetera, but you know, like that's what they focus on. But I think Microsoft is like, it's like maybe they're trying to do too much. I don't fucking know. You know, they got the Windows Store, they got, you know, their PCs that they're trying to fucking produce, they got the Xbox and what have you, man. I mean, it's neither here nor there, but I will say I was a hardcore Microsoft fanboy, and I would argue with you day in and day out on why they're better. And I've lost it, and it's not like because I just whatever any odd reason. Like they're the reason to make me lost it, man. Like from going from, you know, PS4 to Xbox One is the way that I did it. I PS4 is just superior. It's a superior console, man, in every aspect. So it's hard to argue, like, you know, which one's better. I mean, honestly, here's my thing. When it boils down to the end of the day, okay, I buy that system for those exclusives. I'm not a fanboy of anything. I buy the PS4 for their exclusives. I buy the Xbox One for their exclusives. I don't give a shit. I buy Nintendo Switch for their exclusives. I don't give a shit. What it boils down to is this console has these games, this console has these games, and this console has these games, and it's going on and going forward. But when Xbox stops making exclusives, then really, where's the point to even own one? You know what I mean?
No, like I hear you.
If it's not making that exclusive content, which makes me buy your system for this reason to only own this like OP game, and you're not even having those, then why do I even own it anymore? Like where's the reasoning? So I guess, you know, out there are still the fanboys. I understand it. I comprehend it. But me coming from someone who used to be a Microsoft fanboy who's opened up to this point where I realize as a gamer, I don't really care about that shit. I just want to play these certain games, and the only way I can do it is by owning this console, and that's where I'm at. But now I can't even play something exclusive because there's really nothing exclusive to play in the first place or worthwhile, no mind you. So why even pay interest to it? So I still love Microsoft. I'm not saying that I'm not loving Microsoft because I still will to this day. They just hold a special place in my heart. I just think they could, and the thing is, they could turn it around so easily. They definitely have more money than anybody else.
Yeah. In
any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, it's up to them, man. It's really, the ball's in their court. I mean, they could do way more than anybody else, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, Xander agrees with you, by the way. The way I look at it is, so I originally bought an Xbox One because, like you, 360, you know, I was a huge Gears fan, Halo fan, you know, whichever, you know. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get an Xbox One because eventually Gears is going to come out. I didn't know it was going to be fucking 4 years later or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, Halo 5 will come out. But, yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, first of all, I love the exclusives on the Xbox One. The exclusives on the Xbox One, they feel different than like a Sony exclusive. Whereas,
yeah, I agree with that. And I can't put it into words, but I didn't mean to cut you off. But there's something about them, right?
Mm-hmm. And it almost has like that weird Sega like arcade feel to it in a way, especially when you play games like Forza Horizon 3. Games like Sunset, shit, what's that? Ah, fuck.
Sunset
Overdrive. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah. There you go.
Games like that. Rise, when you play, you know, it feels like an old school beat 'em up almost. But like shit, like they feel different. Whereas like, nah, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying this to bash Sony. Like I love the Sony exclusives. That's why I have a PS4. Like, that's why I went out in December to buy one. I feel like sometimes the Sony exclusives, they just feel like another third-party game. You know what I mean? Like, it's a game that I could play on any system, but it just so happens to only be able to play on this on Sony. So, and that's not nothing negative. It's just me alluding to the fact that Microsoft has that different feel to it. So,
but that exactly in your words, exactly, like that's how always Sega felt to me. Like that's why to this day, if you call me a fanboy of anything, it's Sega. I don't care. Sega is still to this day, like the Dreamcast is my favorite system of all time, and I don't think any system that could ever come out would ever change that. I don't care if it was like I could play Mario and get jerked off at the same time. It doesn't matter. Like fucking Sega Dreamcast is like my favorite console, hands down, and will always be my favorite console of all time.
It'd be my favorite if it didn't have that messed up controller. I hate it.
Ah, you're crazy, dude. You like Xbox and you don't like the Sega Dreamcast controller? Like Microsoft basically has the exact same fucking the original Xbox.
Totally different, dude. Those triggers, the way those are positioned on those controllers.
Okay, to a degree, but you
too
can't
high
say
on your hand.
But you can't ignore the similarities. You can't.
Oh no, I'm not ignoring the similarities. The Xbox is just a more ergonomically designed controller. The Dreamcast controller
we're talking years later, though. We're talking years later. Of course, they had time to, make it better. But I mean, for the time, for 1999 when it was released, I mean, you can't really argue that controller wasn't pretty fucking good and really struck a chord. And let's be fair, let's be honest, $9.99 with the implications that it had to have your fucking VMU stuck in it and like playing Resident Evil to have like your life bar on it and display the name of the game. Like that was really fucking inventive, man. Yeah. That was super fucking inventive.
I remember playing Soul Calibur and watching my little Keelik character jump around on the VMU. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, man. I was like, can I take this out and play it?
Yeah.
Xander says Xbox is like the band that played stadiums years ago and now playing small clubs.
Well,
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, here's the thing. All right, I will take that comment and I'll kind of put it like I think that's what it was always doing, because Xbox is only big really in North America. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. It sells worldwide. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it's like. All right, this is the best way I can put it. It's like, rednecks. They're not going to buy fucking. I'm not buying them Japanese motherfucking things with wheels on them. No, they buy American, Ford, Dodge.
It's the Budweiser of video games.
Hey, there you go. Fucking applaud that. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. My sentiment. Exactly. It sells. It sells in its own backyard. If you go into European, you go into Japanese, China, like the PS4 dominates everywhere worldwide, and it still has a decent market in North America. So.
And that's one thing people forget about that when they compare these monthly numbers. Like, okay, you're comparing a console that is really, and Microsoft only really focuses to North America. I mean, sure, they sell to Europe, they sell to the Eastern market, but it's not like they do here. So you got to remember, like, yeah, of course, their sales are always going to be lower than Sony because Sony is big worldwide. Exactly. Microsoft is big in the United States. I was at a job site today, and these like guys in like an engineering office were just sitting around talking, and I overheard them, and the guy's like, "Yeah, man, I got my PS4, but this new Xbox One X is coming out, and I'm gonna get that thing, man, because it's gonna be like crazy powerful, and it's gonna be the best way to play all the games." So like, say what you will, but Microsoft knows how to market to Americans, man. Like they know how to market to the casual gamer. Like, and because you got to remember, like, the communities we're in is totally different. Like, people who are plugged in to know, like, what games are coming out, what month, which ones are Sony exclusives. Like, that's not the normal buyer of these consoles. That's a very small sub-market of the overall market of who these people are marketing to. So... But.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Because there are some people I know who legitimately, like I had a guy tell me he was buying an Xbox for his sons because they wanted to play Call of Duty. Like he legitimately thought the only way to play Call of Duty was on Xbox. He didn't even know you could play it on PlayStation. Like, I mean, it's funny because you laugh, but there's a lot of people who think like that.
I understand that. Dude, I've seen it. Like, what's them Xbox XXX's? Is it got Lexus Texas on there? How you play that?
You got one of them Xbox X's, man. I got my little son Billy. He wants one. He said he wanted an Xbox.
He told Santa that he wanted it, and Santa's got to oblige. That's funny shit.
So yeah, well, we went from Phil Spencer's promotion to Billy Bob down by the river. Good
shit.
Well, I don't know how much you know about this, but the Atari box is. We talked about this episodes ago. I don't know how many. It might have been one of our early ones. We talked about the Atari box. And the Atari box was, we were unsure what it was at the moment. Earlier they said it was going to be a new console that was going to rival the PS4 and Xbox One. Well, apparently we got some stuff on it that came out yesterday. This thing has a custom AMD Intel chip and GPU in it. And it's going to play new modern games, apparently. It sounds like a Steam box. But it has no disk drive. It's going to be Linux based. It's going to have a Linux operating system, much like I'm sure like how the PS4 has. PS4 uses Linux. So it's going to be Linux based. It's going to play modern games. To me, this thing sounds like a Steam box. The way I look at this thing, unless it plays modern Steam games, this thing's just going to be a total waste. I don't know who this is being marketed to. And even in that case, if it does play modern Steam games, they've done that with the Steam box already, and they've failed miserably with that. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. What do you think about something like if it turned out to be the Netflix of gaming, something like that?
Now hold on 1 second. Hold that thought.
Need some Jaeger, man.
So, in a way, we kind of already have that, though. We kind of
of course we do.
Netflix gaming because we have PSN's doing, I believe, what is it? PS Now.
Right.
Xbox is doing the Game Pass. So,
I know, I get it. But if you ask me, like, I don't know anything about the Atari box. I have not followed this at all. It's not on my radar. Whatever it is or whatever it isn't is it's peanuts to me, man. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
To me, from like what I can gather from it, like it's just not for me. So, I mean, whatever it is and whatever it isn't, whatever it can stand for or whatever it is, that's fine, man. But if it's like a standalone, like, has kind of like a Steam box, et cetera, like, I mean, Steam box already exists. Like, mini PCs already exist. Like you have on your channel about, the mini PC, like PCs already exist. Who's going to go out of their way to spend this much money on this thing they can do like anything else can do and do like 10 times better? Like, what's really the logistic and the point of it?
Yeah, I agree. This thing's going to be on Indiegogo, which doesn't even require. They don't even have a working prototype. At least we haven't seen one. I'm going to give a plug here to Xander Scullion for his XS Gaming podcast. He brought it up on his show with James Gruesome, and they talked. Apparently, he did some research into these two guys, and these two guys have been involved with some pretty shady practices down the road. So.
Well, there you go. Well, there goes it, man. I mean, trying to make money off a name. I mean, in this day and age, like, I mean, who's checking for it? If Atari comes out, I'm pretty sure there's like some 40 or 50-year-old guy like Atari, or it's got to be the next guy who's got to have some display for his shelf or a review for his channel. But
yeah,
other than that, I mean, is anybody really checking for that? Does anybody really genuinely care? And not only the gaming community, but like any community, like, does anybody really genuinely give a fuck I don't think so.
And that's the thing, like, normally the people I follow on YouTube get all bent out of shape and excited about clone consoles and shit like the Dreamcade. Don't get me started on that thing again. And, you know, they get excited about stuff like that, but this Atari box, and it's like, you know, comes to a screeching halt. I don't know, maybe people are just too weird because they don't know what it is, but... Oh, and
I don't know what it is.
By the way, it's going to be $250.
It better fucking wipe my ass and suck my dick when it's done.
Yeah.
For $250, if it's all it is a Steam box, I mean, I could gladly spend my $250 on like fucking tons of goddamn. I'd rather buy fucking silver on Destiny 2 fucking tests. You know what I mean? I'd much rather spend all money there and be justified than buy a fucking Atari box. Are you crazy?
Hey, don't bullshit me, man. Have you spent any money on silver?
No, man. I wish. Hey, but I
because that one dance you were doing the other night when we were playing.
I got that by a drop, dude. I got that by a drop.
I was gonna say because I saw that dance for sale at that chick, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna ask this dude.
All right,
he better not spend some money on some fake ass video game dollars.
All right. No, all right. Honesty, no bullshit. I mean, I swear on my daughter's life, I have not spent a penny on the silver. Okay. On Destiny 2, I did on Destiny 1. I'm not going to front on Destiny 1. And back then on Destiny 1, it was only to buy the dances. I spent like $5. I mean, I would gladly spend $5 on the Carlton dance. Who wouldn't? I mean,
yeah, that's a good one.
I would spend $5 to like learn how to do the Carlton dance in real life, you know? But no, don't get mad, bro, but I got a fucking exotic fucking, I got an exotic sparrow today, or yesterday. Yeah, man, I got a fucking exotic sparrow. But here's the thing, you know what's weird? Okay, no, I talked about this with DP, and when we were like, when you said like you weren't gonna play that night, and I was like, I'm gonna play with DP. Here's the thing, I have this theory, and call me fucking crazy, all right? And I respect that you call me crazy, okay? And I appreciate that you, whatever. I played on PS4, I mean, tons and tons and tons of hours on Destiny 1, and I spent most of my time with Destiny 2, right? I played Destiny 1 a very small fragment of time and about almost the same time as Destiny 2 is on PS4, okay? But what I'm getting to is, on PS4, I have been rewarded like crazy with exotic after legendary after exotic after legendary after exotic after legendary, with like barely no effort. But now that I'm playing on Xbox One, I find it such a struggle just to get an exotic or a legend. So I'm starting to think that the more time you invest in this game, they reward you. And I could be crazy. This could be a random thought that I came up with, but just drawing the comparisons from playing on both consoles and how much time I know I played on one and how little time I played on one and how I'm getting rewarded so much on one and not so much the other. I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking that might be what it is.
Well, they have.
It could be crazy.
Nah, I mean, you might be onto something. Maybe it's not quite that, but maybe the PS4 version is getting the exclusive content or DLC.
But I've got none of that. I
understand that, but maybe it's just Bungie favoring Sony over Microsoft. Maybe it's like, I don't know, a secret little, stick it up your ass type of thing. I don't know,
Right. Well, that makes sense. That could make sense too. But neither here nor there. But
exactly, Xander. He says maybe PS4 has perks because it's got the extras. Maybe it doesn't have any extras right now, but it will eventually.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I'm drawing some kind of comparison or I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. But no, I'm just like I said.
Get Alex Jones in here. Destiny's turning our kids gay.
Destiny's poisoning the frogs. They're making the frogs gay. But anyway,
they're seeding the clouds. There should be real hurricanes. Yeah.
Pennywise is not the real clown. Have you seen that shit, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen the original? You've seen the original It though, right?
I saw the original. My dad made me watch it when I was like 5 to be an asshole.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. Like any good father would do to his son.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I do that shit too. We all float down here.
So, dude, listen to this. You want to hear a funny story? I got this projector. Okay, like. Have you ever seen those projectors you stick like in your window and it makes it look like somebody's in your house? Have you ever seen these? People use them for like Halloween displays and Christmas displays and shit like that.
I have not, but that sounds terrifying.
So what it does is you put it in a room and you put this white screen on your window and it projects an image onto the window. So if you're outside, it looks like somebody's standing in your window. So you can project this thing onto a wall, onto a window, whatever. It just needs to be a white background. All right, Xander, take it easy. So I get this thing because we go crazy with Christmas in our house for a display. Like I'm the weirdos on the block. Like we just go put up way too many lights. So I bought this thing, okay, for a Christmas display, and it's got a Halloween thing in it. And I was like, one of the things is like this ghoul, and it floats around holding this lantern, and it takes its head off, and it's got like this creepy ass music playing, and it all comes out of this little projector like the size of a tissue box, and you can project it onto the wall. And I'm messing with it when the kids go to bed, and I look at my wife and I go, dude, I could set this up under my oldest bed and project it onto her wall. Turn it on and then exit the room and just start knocking on the door to wake her up. It would scare the shit out of her because she's going to wake up and it's going to look like this thing's like flying around her room.
Hey, man, you know what Daddy of 5 is, right?
Yeah, right. But, dude, I might do it still. I might do it. Like, no bullshit.
What did you do?
She's 11. She can take it.
Oh, man, that's bad, dude. Look, man, I do some shit too, man. I can't. I'm not gonna judge you at all, but fuck, that's terrible. I mean, fuck.
It would scare the shit out of me, man, if I was like just drunk or something.
It would
like
scare the shit out of me, yeah, right now. Like, no, why, no?
Oh yeah, but it is. I mean, it's pretty cool. It does that. I might put it out. I'm gonna put it out for Halloween, and then, like I said, we're the crazy people on the block that, like, you ever drive by that crazy person's house? He's got way too many Christmas lights, and it's just like over the top. That's me, man. I've got like a Facebook page for our house. And so when we turn I start putting my lights up in November because it takes me a month to get everything set up. And I'm gonna have like this big kickoff event and shit. I bought a snow machine too, so I have a snow machine this year. I'm gonna make it snow and shit. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, that's it for the topics. We'll take some group or some viewer questions if anybody's left. I think we got 5 viewers. So other than that, man, yeah, Destiny all day. That's all I've been doing. I've considered playing some other games here and there, but meh, why? Yeah, I've only got like I think 40 hours into Destiny. I could go another like 100.
Yeah, so. I tell you, man, it's like fucking it's addicting as fuck, man. I mean, here's the thing, man. I played it I'm working like 6 days this week and like 6 days next week, and it's just fucking crazy. But my one day off was like yesterday, and like literally all day. Like my kids come home from school, like I go pick my daughter up from the bus stop, and I come home and I'm like, she's like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah, just in a minute." Like, I got it. Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute.
I can't pause. Leave me alone.
This is online. Don't you understand online? You know. But no, yeah, I played the fuck out of it all day, and man, I mean, I the only time that I have dedicated to gaming has now wrapped around Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Even like Overwatch has got like tons of updates, and like I want to check it out, which is like another huge game for me. No, absolutely not. Like I don't even bother with it. Destiny 2 was out, man. But that's how I was with Destiny 1, man. I was like that, like how we are right now. I was like that for like months. And then now that Destiny 2 is out, like I'm right back in that mode. It's so hard for me to even check for anything else, dude. I've seen some pretty cool stuff coming out. Like, Mario Odyssey's coming out like next month. I'll probably buy it, and I probably won't even play it, but I'm gonna buy it for my kids because they love Mario and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm probably gonna buy Mario Odyssey.
I have that pre-ordered, and that's gonna be one of the gifts from the man in the big red suit this year. So I'll put that away. But yeah, I made the mistake of putting Destiny on the other day when the kids were still awake, and like they were in there. It was like the needy phase of the evening. It was like right after dinner. You know how after dinner is when you have kids.
After dinner, yeah, everybody goes fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And even worse, before bedtime, I'm like, go brush your teeth, and then everybody acts like they're on ecstasy. Yeah. And everybody's like punching and yelling at each other, and why aren't you brushing your teeth? Like, why are you brushing your teeth? And I'm like, dude, why? For what? What happened? Like, all I asked you guys to do is brush your fucking teeth. That's it.
Yeah, and then when you do send them to bed, you're sitting downstairs with your wife or wherever, and they come downstairs and they're thirsty. They become, thirsty philosophers. They want to talk to you for an hour.
So fucking accurate.
Yeah. So, anyways,
of course,
I put it on. I put it on, and my 1.5-year-old she's like clockwork, dude. She eats, she shits. All right, that's just her thing. And like, I'm sitting there playing. I think I was doing a strike. Oh no, I was doing Crucible. That's what I was doing. Which you don't stop Crucible. Yeah. And I'm not leaving a Crucible match. And my wife's upstairs with the two oldest, and as she goes upstairs, she's like, "You need to change the little. You need to change Emily. She stinks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get to it. Give me 2 minutes and 16 seconds." All right. Well,
it didn't work out like that,
yeah,
did it?
They start crying upstairs. My wife starts yelling at them. My younger one falls, and then she starts screaming. I'm literally I stand up in my chair, like I'm gonna do something, and I'm playing, and I lean forward real slowly, all right, I'm coming, I'm gonna help you. Slowly as I do that, I'm just leaning real slowly. All right, I got it. Wife's like, you better get her, you better help her. I'm like, I'm doing it. Look, I'm standing up. There's 1 minute and 36 seconds left.
Dude, I've been
never
there.
Again, dude. Never doing it again. That's bedtime, man. When they go to bed, that's when I'm playing. Yeah. But I fucking hate that. I wish you could pause it. You can't even pause the regular missions, man. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dark Souls was like that. I'd have to go hide in a corner in Dark Souls. My wife would be like, "We gotta send the kids to bed. Can you go hide in a corner or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me go back to an area that I cleared where there's no monsters, so I can put the kids to bed."
Yeah. I when I play a strike though, and we'll start off and somebody just stops and they're not moving anymore. You motherfucking piece of shit. You better get on your JOB, get your ass out here, and kill some fucking Vex. All right? I need my fucking legendary. I need my exotic. Get on your job right now. But then sometimes I had to leave my controller and I'm not moving. I'm like, I hope they understand. I've got kids.
Yeah, I wish you could put I wish you could put one of those a little sign. They should do that as DLC. That's DLC I would buy
Oh man, that's fucking perfect.
Have your guardian hold up a little sign I got kids or some shit like that.
My bad. My kids stole my other kid's toothbrush or some shit.
Dude, I would pay DLC for that. I legitimately would.
Because they walk up and I get you. Yeah. I understood. No problem.
Because half the gamers on there, dude, are guys like us probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's fucking hilarious though, man.
But in fact, I'm gonna if you're down, I'm gonna play when we get off here. I'm gonna only go a few more minutes because it looks like the chat's kind of slow. So anything on that note, since the chat is slow and we finish the topics, anything upcoming for the channel that you got planned out, or
just Destiny shit, man, just Destiny shit. Hey man, so I've hit a light acceptable, man. Are you down for a Nightfall?
What are you at?
266.
I'm at 265. You want to do it tonight? How long does it take?
Oh no, I don't want to do it tonight.
Okay.
I can't play tonight, man. I've already been drinking way too much.
Oh, that makes
I'll
it
be,
fun.
I'll be useless. I'll be
Hey,
absolutely
you
useless.
jump on, you do some public events, you'll be good.
No, and dude, I'll even suck at that. Like I just fucking like fart and roll away. No, I can't play tonight. Fucking tomorrow. You working tomorrow?
No, I don't work weekends, man.
Oh, that's what you don't work weekends. So tomorrow night, I'm gonna fucking. The thing is, the night falls. I gotta research them because there's like like I said, there's different elements of what needs to be done. I haven't watched this week's to know what to do, so I need to watch that shit before I even try it because it'll take us like fucking 5 hours just to do something that should take like 30 minutes unless you know what to do.
Yeah. All right. So just Destiny streams essentially coming up on the channel for you then?
Yeah, Destiny streams. I have a really funny skit that I'm planning on doing. Not to take like away like from Xander. Like I saw his like 2-man thing, but like this is something I've been planning for doing for like fucking months. I just haven't done it, but I'm planning on doing it pretty soon. And nah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Just Destiny 2 and fucking that's it, man.
Dude, that so I talked to Xander in a group chat and I kind of knew that was coming. But I was talking him up on it. I'm like, dude, you got to do it. Make like 10, 15, 20-minute episodes if you can. Even if you have to spend a month making them, I'm like, that is such a fucking genius idea. Like, because everyone always tells you on YouTube, like, be original. Do something that nobody else is doing.
Right.
And that's really hard to find in the gaming community because what it is, it's unboxing, it's Let's Plays, it's live streams, which I enjoy live streams. They're a lot of fun. But, if it's unboxing, Let's Plays, pickup videos, yada, 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 the list goes on. What is there? It's hard to really, like, find something original. And, like, he had been doing this Kevin Savage character who's, like, this elitist collector, if it's not OG, it's not for me type of thing. And it was, it's funny because it's kind of shed some light on that side of the retro gaming. And then you have Xander who's kind of like the, hey, I'm just about the games type of player. So you have these two different types of gamers, and we were just talking about. I'm like, dude, he came up with the idea of a sitcom. I'm like, dude, you got to fucking do it. Like, you have to do it because who's watching retro gaming stuff? Is people who are in their late 20s, probably early 30s, maybe even possibly upper 30s. We grew up with sitcoms. Like, we grew up with that shit. Like, that's what we watched. Yeah,
that laugh track, man. No matter what it was, the laugh track made it like credible.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, he added, like, if you take that away, you take the laugh track away, it's like an okay video. You add that, it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm in the living room with these guys. Like, this is some funny shit. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, dude, that. I'm like, I told him, I was like, dude, if you make like a season, I will buy that shit on DVD. Like, if it's edited, I will fucking buy it. I swear. But yeah, for all you watching, listening, whatever, check out Xander Scully and X's Gaming. He's got a new sitcom coming that is really cool. I'm really excited about it. Me personally, I've had ideas in my head. I did that 5 games I love but never beat, and I want to do that more of that format. So I talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't done it. I am going to do more of those eventually. I promise. Sometime. But like I said, every bit of free time I get, I'm like, I'm going to do an event. I'm going to do a strike, or I'm going to throw some Crucible on. So, yeah. No promises.
It's drugs, man. It's fucking drugs.
It is, dude. But the weekly shows will be here. If it's not every week, worst case scenario, it's bi-weekly. Like I said, didn't do it last week because number 1, shit didn't happen. Number 2, Destiny. So,
yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. And
absolutely.
Everybody who's watching, listening, make sure you go check out Kamikaze Sound Waves.
Thank you, sir.
And I will see you on the next video. You guys take it easy. Have a good night.
Later, gentlemen.